If I've said it once, I have said it 1,000 times. Amazon has the best interface.
Oh, yeah, I'll give it that.
Especially if you're on a computer. No, everything. If you pause it, it tells you who's in the scene. It tells you what song is playing. It tells you trivia. You can click on links, actor and character name. There's visual aids.
You can shop for pop toys.
You can buy merchandise straight from the show that you're watching. There's actual special features.
Yeah.
There's stills, photographs, and behind the scenes. It's the best. Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching The Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 3.
Adar, yeah.
He was that thing that the orcs were talking about, right?
At the end.
That showed up at the end, all blurry.
I think it's just Sauron.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure about
that. I get the sense that it's a leader type.
Or at least Morgoth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I am 100% on your team now about Galadriel, though. I'm fucking sick of this bitch. I'm sick of it.
The whole so actually by the end of this episode,
yes, yeah.
I think if we can get a man to get her in line.
Unfortunately, you're not wrong.
She seems to be, but it just the entire time they were in Numenor, all I could hear was Kate McKinnon's voice from the Emma Stone hot dog bit.
Oh,
going.
Oh my god, this bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, would you shut the fuck up?
Well, it's very she's charging into all of these scenarios like a bull in a china shop. And I'm like, I get that you were a commander in the elfish army, but do you have not 1 ounce of political savvy in your whole body? Because she's, first of all, they're on the ship, which is good fun or whatever. But the minute that they get into in front of the king and the queen, she's like, you will let me leave and you'll give me a ship. And if you don't, I'll burn you with the fire of 1,000 suns.
Okay, I want to say, I am liking this a whole lot.
Yeah.
Borderline loving it. I have my issues. There's a handful of times where it has a slight uncanny quality.
Sure.
And I think it's because the production is just medium. I think it's a fine, solid story that we're watching, but the value, the production value is so stellar that I'm sort of bamboozled.
Yeah. It costs $1 billion. To
quote Beyonce.
I buy it.
It takes $1 billion to look this good. But there's that scene where they're coming into port in Numenor, and she's like, "Where are you taking us?" And he's like, "You'll find out soon enough." I can't even make it they went in circles.
It
twice.
went in another way, and then his
who are you? Where are you from? And he was like, "We'll find out soon enough." And then he was like, "Where are you taking us?" And he's like, "Home."
And I'm like,
the fuck does any of that mean?
It's very Stardust too, though, because it's whose home are you talking about? We need to get these nuances straight so we don't wind up in the clouds.
Yeah, diagonally.
Yeah.
So, but then, I didn't have time for that to stick in my craw very long, because we just had, a solid, minute and 30 seconds of just, castle core, of just,
my God.
The fucking lost continent of Atlantis. It was just so much, and it was so funny, because, I was aghast, and then you were like, oh. I could just feel you were like, and it just kept going. Yeah. And by that final huge shot, you were like, ugh.
So, next week might be a little late because we are relocating to the Greek Isles immediately.
But it's that stuff is all I've ever wanted. Yeah. And that fucking stupid glamour shot of her riding the horse. Yeah. And that crazy, Pirates of the Caribbean sequence by way of Narnia on the
all scored to the music of Outlander. God love Bear McCreary. I think he's amazing, but it's there is a lot of similarities.
And that's just sort of where I'm at, where I'm I'm sure there's plenty to criticize, and frankly, we cracked a couple of jokes at it, but I'm mostly just sort of
I another huge joke to crack about the Harfoots and their
cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded! And their book of the Left Behind or whatever. Oh my god!
So funny.
And they're reading this off, right? Like, almost like looking Nori's dad dead in the eyes, knowing he can't walk.
Well, so when they're doing the tribute to Poppy, right? The Proud Fellows?
Poppy's family, yeah.
They were the only ones that like, was an actual accident that something could have been done.
Like, and I got actually a little emotional, actually, at that part. But
the whole thing read like the cemetery out front of the Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
Like, dear old Uncle Ned, a big old stone fell on his head. And it's like one of them got stuck in a hole.
Yeah.
And another one fell down a little bit.
And then one of them was just wolves.
And you just get the sense that they're like,
oh no.
Shame.
Especially because their whole like credo is no one leaves the path, no one gets left behind, or whatever. We all walk together or something. And I'm like, unless you have a broken ankle, and then it sucks for you.
No, but it wasn't. It wasn't. No one gets left behind, because if one thing was made very clear,
no one walks alone.
Yeah,
no one leaves the path. No one walks alone.
So if you can't keep up,
that is really what it is. It's insane.
It was bold, and it's that sort of stuff that keeps me on my toes as an audience member.
Yeah,
because it can be easy to get complacent with this kind of old timey fantasy.
Sure.
So every so often you need just a real humdinger.
Well, and also, so they were just about to lose 5 of their like village because Poppy is alone and she's got her little sad, pathetic little cart and she can't even do that. And so it's like her and then all of the, what is Nori's name? The Brandyfoots. The entire Brandyfoot clan is about to be out the window, and the rest of them are just like boop-de-doo.
So the thing that, I mean, it's a wizard, correct?
It has to be.
It has to be a wizard. Yeah. Also, I cannot stress, and this is all we're going to say about it, but I cannot stress how little fucks we give about the source material. We don't.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't care.
We don't care. We're watching the show. Yeah. We're going to talk about it. So, yeah, it has to be a wizard. And they even made the joke about, like, he kills fireflies sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and Nori was like, that was an accident. And it's like, you don't know that for sure.
Well, you were also dying for their little stupid costumes. All of their, like, cotton balls. And
some of them were cotton balls. Some of them were, like, straw. Some of them had little, like, bird masks.
Like cattails.
Oh, my God. It was so cute.
So anyways.
So they, like, blend in with the countryside. Adorable.
The stranger, like, came clomping about and set the map on fire, or did they save it?
I think it was an accident. They have a part of it still, but not the whole thing. He accidentally set it on fire because he was like using the fire to read it.
And so Nori got in trouble for like,
because they were basically
him.
The father was trying to put them at the front of the like wagon train so that they wouldn't get left behind. And then the like punishment was that they would still come with, even though she did a bad thing, but they'd be at the end of the train.
Mm-hmm.
They were like ready to decaravan her, which I assume just means go over there, but it's a really tough sounding word.
So
he ended up saving them.
Yeah, by pulling his weight for once.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, no, back in Numenor. So I apparently like Elendil.
Oh, yes. He is extremely handsome.
He is older.
Elendil, I think.
Elendil. Yeah. He is older and he's hot. And he had chemistry with like he had like a smoldering back and forth. Yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
He had it with the queen. He had it with
Galadriel.
Yeah, he had it with all of them, frankly. I gasped when we saw the queen.
Yeah.
So she's Queen Regent, which means not really, correct?
I don't know. 100%.
Because that scene at the end where she was talking to her father, but the shot was so tight, I was like, is she like talking to her father? Or is she like,
there
wake up?
like a dying man?
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I thought there also was a king. Who was the guy at the beginning? The other...
Farazan?
He looked like a king, but I guess not.
No, he's an advisor.
Oh, okay.
He was not on her eye level.
So then I assume, she's she's the queen for now. Maybe there's a son or a boy or something.
Gorgeous.
So pretty.
And her like, all of the like, you're right with the Greece, all the like, but like Crete, like all of the aquatic.
I said islands.
And the like coral accents on her crown. And I just thought she was actually like handling that situation, because we still don't really know what the beef is with the elves. And it was like a thing. And she was handling it so well. And Galadriel was just like, although I fucking loved when Elendil was like, my daughter runs fast and my son runs blind.
Yeah.
Or something about like...
And I see your eyes, or both their eyes in yours. Yeah.
I was like, shit!
Yeah.
Also, her blue was so beautiful, and her hair, dream hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they like her and
Halbrand.
I want to say, who's Haldir? I keep wanting to say Haldir.
My elf.
Oh, okay.
Haldir is my favorite elf from the trilogy.
Halbrand. He keeps her mouth shut. There was this scene. It's so close. We're so close. Because there was the like quintessential village bullies.
Yeah.
With Halbrand.
Just like these middle-aged men. Fucking grow up.
Yeah, I was like, are you serious? And then he was like, you know what? After he insulted their women, of course. And then he like
he just said he was going to take their women.
Correct. Insulted their honor through using their women. And then he's like, you know what? You're right. I am a stranger. Yep. Drinks on me and stuff. And I was like, I fucking love this. I fucking love this.
It's a very Flynn Rider move.
And then his jackass steals the sigil.
So he wants to get work as a blacksmith. And he got turned away because he has to pass a guild. He has to like join the guild first, and there's not enough time for that.
Yeah, but the flaw in that system is that you acquire skills through joining a guild.
No, I think he is one already.
So then take the test. I mean, you've been here all of 30 minutes. Like,
I don't know the minutia of the blacksmith guild in Numenor.
I was like, come on, dude. Come on. And so he got thrown in prison with this like really remarkable statue of what might have been a mermaid. I'm not sure.
He got thrown in prison because he absolutely decimated like 9 men.
This episode had teeth?
It had a lot of teeth.
It had teeth a few places. I was like, ah.
Because then Arondir and his...
we're not there yet.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Elendil.
Elendil
took Galadriel to the library. Yeah. The trope, girls' favorite trope.
Library.
Girls don't want boys. Girls want libraries. And
I want a hot ship's captain in a library.
Full of scrolls. And so we got a little bit more of the lore.
Yeah.
That this city was sort of built by Elrond's brother, the one who chose mortality. And Galadriel was like, I was there. She was like, I knew him. Yeah. And also, and again, this was actually, I think, really good, but it turns out that symbol isn't a symbol. It's like a map.
It's part of the map.
And I was like, I really like that.
It's
that
very
feels...
cool. Yeah.
And so Elendil has 2 kids, Isildur, whose name I recognize.
He is, so at the very beginning of the first Lord of the Rings, he is the first man who gets the one ring, and he is the one who Elrond is like, throw it in the fire, and he just gets that smug grin on his face, and then he doesn't.
I don't think I will.
I don't think I will. And he turns around, but he is also Aragorn's ancestor.
It doesn't bode well for Isildur.
No, I mean, he will die. Yeah.
Well,
he's going to die.
They all will. But
I think the point is that before he had the one ring, he actually, to my remembrance, he was like a good and just king of Gondor.
But you know what they say about absolute power. But his sister was cute. She was
busty.
Buxom. Well, but
she came like tits first into the scene, and I was like, all right, girl. I think she was carrying something. So,
but then later she had a comment about like the weight on her shoulders. So I was like, I bet. But no, I there's that moment where he's like rushing to greet her, but it turns out it's the horse. Funny. Yeah. There were so many moments in this where I was like, yeah. Got it.
I get it.
You got it. This is going. And then she had a couple moments, and it wasn't big. I'm only here for the food energy.
Yeah.
It was very small. Light. I'm only here for the food energy. But she had a couple, because she said the comment where because their dad was like, "Can you believe this?" And she was like, "I can because I listened to him."
Yeah.
And
On occasion, I listen. So, in fact, yes, I do believe.
And so she wants to be an architect?
A builder. She got accepted to the Builders Guild as an apprentice.
Girl.
A girl. I kind of was expecting a comment like that when Elendil first talked to Galadriel on the boat, because he was like, an elf on my ship, and I wanted to be like, and a girl.
But no, so she got accepted into some guild.
Yeah.
So methinks she'll end up with Celebrimbor at some point.
We are really just trying to smash characters together in this show.
I didn't necessarily mean romantically, but
Well, yeah, either way.
well, the tension, everybody's Elendil and then Halbrand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do a smasher pass for this show.
Well, we won't have Peep Watch, so.
No, we're not gonna. This is I don't think Amazon's ready for peeps.
Well, they are, not this.
Oh, yeah. Does Amazon do peeps? What's done peeps?
The boys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. A lot of peeps on
All
the
up in
boys.
the peeps.
Literally.
So then that does bring us to Arondir.
Yeah.
Dear Arondir.
Eh.
So he's been enslaved by the orcs.
They all
with
have.
the other
Yeah.
elves. Who,
His partner, I think Mador is his partner, and then the Watch Warden was there as well.
Which, again, kudos, points in the show's favor.
Mm-hmm.
I was invested.
Yeah.
And like, oh no, not that elf. I kind of knew that elf.
I liked the
That's
Watch
where
Warden.
I was like,
They're all dead now, except for Arondir.
And there was some action that I was into.
Disgusting.
Well, a couple.
The
It
warg.
was like a giant chihuahua.
Its
eyes were pointing it out.
It looked like Digby.
It kind of did.
Well, you know what it really looked like is it looked like that one sculpture in China at Epcot that we think looks like Digby.
Digby was my old dog.
Yeah.
But the orcs apparently don't like, or these orcs don't like sunlight.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole thing with the tunneling. And I'm better with it now because this was more like trenches.
Yeah.
And that I can wrap my mind around better
than burrowing
through all of Middle Earth. I was like, okay, no, I'm there. And it does seem like a whole enterprise in a way that like our first look was very Gopher.
Sure.
And
yes. Yeah.
so they're disgusting and vile, and it was violent. And the action, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was thrilling, and I thought it was
good.
Needed.
Yeah.
I don't know that it 100% felt like Lord of the Rings. There was a slight like quality to it, but
I mean, to me, it felt like Legolas surfing down the stairs, or
Sure.
like swinging around on the horse with Gimli.
Sure.
Yeah. It felt like Legolas.
Yeah,
like, so it felt
they pulled
elfish,
a couple of.
Yeah.
They got killed.
Yeah.
They got unalived.
Pretty bad. Like a couple of them got eaten by the warg, and then the Watch Warden got over the wall, or like the out of the trench essentially, and immediately shot by 2 puny arrows. Boromir could have taken 3 more.
He did not have any gold cuffs.
Yeah.
So they took Arondir to their god or whatever. And there was a lot of chanting, and then it got blurry.
Yeah.
And I was in. I was enjoying it. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
I very rarely got bored or confused.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was over, I actively kind of went, oh. So.
And Amazon almost started playing the Fellowship of the Ring for us, and we almost let it go.
That's November.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah. I'm having a good time.
Me too.
I don't know that it's my favorite thing that I've ever seen, but
Halbrand is a king.
Yeah.
He is the king of
that's what Galadriel found.
the Southlands. Yeah.
And so they're gonna team up.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I think it could work.
Yeah, me too.
And again, so to start and end with Galadriel, if we experience character growth, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Because the Galadriel that we know in the Third Age is much more
savvy.
Well, and she's not so reactionary.
Yeah.
Like, she's not so hot-headed. It's more like
that was the part that pissed me off the most, is that she was like, I need to leave immediately. And it's just like, dude, you're not going to get anywhere that much faster. Stay here
Storm
like
in
a
and
week.
start demanding things.
Yeah, be chill. Stay here like a week. Prove to them that you're not a danger, and then they'll probably give you what you need and let you go. And she's like, she basically is like, give me a ship and your army. And it's just like, no, ma'am. It's not happening.
So, yeah. Like and subscribe and comment and patron and all of that. And hopefully you had fun. And we'll be back next week to watch the next one.
Bye.